NANI?
Plata. There's pating? Oh, but sharks are not exactly fish, are they? Like the pomos. Um, Parrotfish. Hello, science fans, and welcome to SHE-ensya. Our topic for today is the importance of reef fish in maintaining the reef ecosystem. Most of us who've been under the sea know the calming effect of watching beautiful fish species swimming around, and some have brought this beautiful sight to their homes. The Philippines exports more than 7,000 metric tons of marine ornamental fish every year, and this is actually valued at close to $6 million. There is almost 2,000 species of traded marine ornamental fish, and about 70% come from the Philippines. This includes the endangered Pteropogon cauderni or the Bangay cardinal fish, which is the 10th most traded species. Breeders have managed to raise a small number of fish species, including the popular orange and white striped clownfish and also the yellow tang. But captive breeding doesn't nearly satisfy the demand, and the vast majority of the estimated 2,000 species involved in the trade are captured from coral reef habitats in nearly 40 countries, although most come from the Philippines and Indonesia. Despite its profitability and global reach, the saltwater aquarium industry is posing threats to our marine ecosystems. Depletion and extinction of aquatic species populations have been reported, including an over 80% decline in the population of symbiotic giant anemones in Cebu, and how clownfish temporarily vanished from certain reefs in Batangas. And there's been more, so much more. Of course, home aquarium hobbyists like Cares Fish Preservation can always argue that they are actually protecting certain rare fish species from extinction. In fact, CARES has compiled its own priority list of nearly 600 species of fish, but most of them are freshwater species. A lot of the fish species in the list also have little to no commercial value, so it is highly unlikely that they will impact the continued capture of the more important marine fish species in the wild. But why should we care about ornamental fish anyway? Aren't they just ornaments? These fish species actually have critical roles in maintaining the marine ecosystem. Just like one adage says, one fish's waste is a coral reef's wealth. Fish hold a large proportion, if not most, of the nutrients in a coral reef in their tissue. And they're also in charge of recycling them. So, if you take the big fish out, you're removing all of those nutrients from the ecosystem. Fish excrete ammonium through their gills, an essential nutrient for coral growth. Fish urine also contains phosphorus, another essential nutrient. A study done by the group of Dr. Jacob Algier, an ecologist at the University of Washington, found that at sites where predatory and ornamental fish thrived, the coral reefs had healthy nutrient levels. Reefs with fewer fish lacked necessary nutrients by as much as 50%. Beyond providing fertilizers for coral growth, herbivorous fish species, and a lot of them are ornamental, also play another crucial role. Herbivorous fish are a key indicator of reef health as they are important grazers that keep algae from overgrowing corals. Although corals are dependent on algae growing within their tissue, the zooxanthellae, when the algae grows on their surface, it becomes dangerous. Fleshy algae on reefs release copious amounts of nutrients known as dissolved organic carbon, which microorganisms eat. These microbes then endanger corals by depleting oxygen from the environment or by introducing diseases. The parrotfish is one of the key fish types that actually consume some of this algae and prevent them from destroying coral reefs. Also, they eat dead corals too. And if we care about our white sand beaches, then we should worry about our parrotfish too, as a single parrotfish produces up to 320 kilograms or 700 pounds of sand each year. But parrotfish populations all over the world are being severely depleted, particularly for the ornamental fish trade. Apart from that, they also suffer from being bycatch in large-scale fisheries, and actually, in some places, they are purposely being caught as a source of food. But the consensus is clear. The number one thing we can do to ensure the health of coral reefs is to protect parrotfish. So, as much as we need a little color or a little peace in our homes in the form of a saltwater aquarium, we may want to think twice before we put additional pressure in our reefs. It's very difficult to find a sustainable means of income for our fishermen all over the country. But the profitability of the ornamental fish trade is this seductive industry that prevents them from establishing better and sustainable practices. This doesn't mean that we shouldn't capture fish anymore, except that there should be a means, a barrier, a certain level of number of fish that we capture at certain points throughout the year. And it's very difficult to maintain that if the industry is asking for more and more and more each time only to support our hobbies. I hope you were able to learn something from this short video on marine ornamental fish and their roles in the marine ecosystem. Please remember, these are not just fish for display, but actually play crucial roles in maintaining the health of our coral reefs. I hope you can give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please don't hesitate to message me, your resident Filipina scientist, in the comments section below. Thank you very much, and see you around! There's poggy fish discovered by Dr. Muji. There's pangasius. There's also pompano. We also have the palos, the ponyfish, and ooh, piranha!